brick by brick seems to be the way these things get done. And I would just be cautious of throwing out a big chunk of cash for a quick return, which may or may not work. If it works, awesome. But the brick by brick thing is where the relationships and that deep business comes from, in my opinion. For me, I always approach these conversations with my clients as if I was hired full time to come in your business, which I can't be, right? We're not that's not something that's going to happen. But I play the game as if I was. My thing would be and I've told you this before in feed, consistently answering the questions that these guys all have and the objections that they all bring to you. Mm-hmm. Like you just said what you said, and I would create content that says, here's why you can do both and why you should do both. Mm-hmm. Here's how you do both. Here's how doing this doesn't take away from that. It actually adds to it.
Yeah.
Right. Addressing, just punching them in the face with it of you think you've been telling yourself for 12 years, you're going to take care of your health.
Yeah.
You haven't. My whole thing, when I do a quick audit of your brand, I know you're in the health and wealth, space. I understand that. I know you have a close connection with advisors. Your father was one. I've seen the content. I would challenge you to focus, does your message actually tell people what you do? And that's where I think there's a broken connection. That's where, what am I getting? Are you a consultant? Are you someone who's going to put a plan together for me, like a financial advisor would put a plan together for a client? What am I actually getting when I work with Stevyn? That's what I would focus on. And I would do that through consistent content.
I think it is a really gray area because they're like, well, is she going to make me do keto? Is she going to give me an exercise plan? Do I have to join a gym? What is
I even thought about it. I looked at your stuff and I was like, is this I'll pay Stevyn $500. I don't even know what you charge. I'll pay you $500 a month to yell at me for not doing things. That's where my head goes of
yeah,
I love the idea of having accountability from someone in your world. That's where my head went. I'm I don't know what she does, but if it's this, that's valuable.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's really interesting to see, to hear what you know and what you don't know based on, a year's worth of content or whatever it is that since I've been following you.
Yeah. And I see all your shit and we all see each other's stuff. But I know globally where you're at. I don't know how that impacts me and why I should consider it.
Yeah. It's really interesting too, because if I think about clients, I've been more articulate lately about what actually they get, what actually they do. It's been kind of getting refined compared to what it used to be. I will always say that. And because of that, what's interesting is my latest 3 clients, the latest out of the last 4 that I've gotten, they are healthy people. They're actually health conscious and doing a lot of things right, but they've got some gaps and things that they don't quite understand. And so they're looking at this you can see these things and I can't, and I can look at what they're doing. I mean, here's your gap, move this over here, try that, boom, things fall right into place. Oh my gosh, Corey, they're my favorite clients because I'm not hounding them to stop eating the bag of chips and do something. We're just basically rearranging and making it better and optimizing it. And so I'm wow, maybe I've even been missing the mark on where my expertise is on who the right client is. Maybe it's not even just people that aren't doing anything. And I find myself doing that all the time, talking people into things, why you should, but really, I feel like my marketing almost should go the opposite direction. If this is important to you, here's what the tweaks are of what we would be working on, something.
Let's bring this home for you right now to help you create more content. Let's bring it home. Why do you think those 3 people want to work with you?
2 of them have actually said, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm doing well, but I think I could do better. And another one said, my body's not working the way it used to. And I know there's probably something not right. I just can't figure out what it is. So,
Stevyn, I would take this video, take the first 40 seconds where you told me about these 3 healthy clients, and then chop out when we just talked for a second, and then take that last 15 seconds, put that together and add context to it.
People want to know that, huh?
Yeah.
Or at least they'll see themselves in that, maybe.
Well, someone might say, I'm 177 pounds in shape, work out 5 days a week. Why do I need Stevyn?
Yeah.
Oh, because it helps me get further down the line. It fills in the gaps. It moves the pieces around that I couldn't do or see, and it's worth it.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
who actually are in shape take pride in being in shape, because it's fucking hard to be in shape.
It is.
It sucks. And just when you were spitting off the 3 healthy people that you work with, the 3 healthy clients, I'm like, that makes all the sense in the world to me, because people who take care of their body take pride in taking care of their body. It's expensive to eat well. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of time. There's days you don't want to be doing it, and you just want to eat the crap and sit there, and that's fine some days, but like you can't, like it's hard. And that's the people that actually probably really enjoy working with you.
They question themselves too, and they're like, well, should I just give this up and do keto, or should I just do this instead, or join that? Like, they're always questioning if they're choosing the right things, because it's confusing. And it's nice to have someone say, you're on track here, keep doing that, but let's tweak that one. Like, that one's not making sense.
That last 20 seconds again, put that on. Now you've got 3 clips to make one video.
Man, you're good at this, Corey.
I have this conversation with people all the time, and then I'll just stop talking so that I don't ruin the video, because once you authentically deliver it, that's the best.
Yeah, I can see that. That's cool. So that's why you're using parts when you're talking to convey what, because when I watch the one of you on YouTube doing something like this, I'm like, wow, he's talking to somebody like me who's trying to figure this stuff out. And I could really resonate, because it almost was like you were talking to me.
That's why I record them all. And then like, I've got way too many that I can't use, but I'm like, every once in a while I take the time to go through and I clip Stevyn out of it. And just, if I say something like you just said to me, that's a commercial for what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
well,
huge.
Feel free to use any parts of this. I mean, you don't have to protect my identity. If you
I hear you. I'm doing more listening here than anything. I haven't said anything super crazy anyways. That's you creating content and commercials for yourself is what you need to be doing. It's that simple. And you clearly are good enough creatively to do it. I mean, your stuff looks good. You're there. It's just, I think it's dialing in and just getting the message out.
So are you telling me that you don't think I need to hire a marketing company?
I would be very careful where you spend your money. I think you need someone more like yourself in your corner, to be honest with you, from a marketing perspective. Like, you need someone to challenge you and tell you where those pieces go. Then you need funnels, clicks, and all that other crap. Because it's really hard, Stevyn, and I've learned this in my business, and I'm sure you would agree, to take a stranger that kind of fell through a click funnel and then be on the same page.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's impossible. You don't know them. You don't even know how to talk to them.
The ones that follow your content that come in, like me and everyone else, they're the ones who are like, we're like-minded. I know her deal. I've been following her for a year. I'm in. Yeah,
which is funny, because 2 of the people that signed up for this last round that I did, they went on, they signed up, they paid $3,000 and never even had a conversation with me. Like, they just did it. And I'm like,
but why?
What world is that?
But they knew you?
Yeah, they've been following me for a year. Right. That's what I'm saying. So
that's the game.
Yeah. And I was like, let's do that all day long.